Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible? Can you see this properly? Screen is visible. Gita Shri, Suguma, Suguna, what? Shreya? Where is this Neha? Anyway, good morning. I said I'll first introduce myself, students. I'm Girish Jaggi, and I've been asked to take your SM lectures, Strategic Management, that is paper 7B, right? Paper 7B, you all know this is 50 marks, and in that you're supposed to know 8 chapters. One second. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, let's start, students. As it is, it's 10:32. So I said this is paper 7B, 50 marks paper. 8 chapters are there in this. 8 chapters are there in this subject. And just a reminder before only, because this paper will be with IT, information technology. I'm going to teach SM 7B. It's not to create any fear in your mind, but let me be very clear. Maximum number of students find it difficult to clear this paper. IT, they don't understand, they don't write properly, and SM, they don't study. You believe me, you give me 40 hours, I'll finish that full portion, and I'll take the responsibility that you clear this paper as such with good marks. And comments afterwards, students. Good morning, I said everyone. Let's start. I'll be loud, yes. See, as I said, there are 8 chapters. Strategic management. First thing that we need to know in this particular chapter, like first chapter that we have is Introduction to Strategic Management. Is there some disturbance? Yes. There's some disturbance as such? No. Okay. Listen. First chapter we are having is called as Introduction to Strategic Management. And in that, student, the first topic that we have, what are the things that we are supposed to study? First important thing is, what do we mean by the term strategy? Then strategic management. Today we are going to study 2 things only. Now, first question arises, what do we mean by the term strategy? Please understand. You know, many a times there's a feeling that strategy means planning. Most of the students have that thing in their mind that strategy means planning, which I would not agree. Yeah, which I would not agree for the simple reason that planning is something that follows strategy. First, you make strategies, and on that basis, you make planning. One second, what's the problem? I think from here I have disabled annotations for others. There should not be any kind of disturbance. Background, what background voice? I can't understand this. Anyway, please cooperate, students. Listen. First thing, what do you mean by the term strategy? Let's understand. And please, Beta, my lectures will be all examples oriented. I work in the share market. I can relate so many things as such. Kindly pay attention. See, strategy students, when I say first, let's understand what are the types of strategies, then we'll come to the term strategy. You know, when I started working in the share market long back, I realized, understand please, one day, Dhirubhai Ambani had visited the share market. So it's quite some time back as such. And we asked a question, okay, sir, whatever business you start, you make so much of money in that. Give an idea to these young boys and girls who are in the share market, if they want to start a business, what can be a good business as such? Now, he never knew English properly, neither Hindi. So he talked somewhat in Gujarati, and Gujaratis means businessman, money. What happened, beta? He said India's population is today almost 100 crore. That time it was 100 crores. Now you know it's more than 136 crores. So he said India's population is almost 100 crores. And Indians are moving out of the villages in urban areas in search of job, income. So they are away from the family members, right? These people need to communicate with each other. Fine. And for them, the only method of communication is what? Writing letters. The problem is, how will they write letters? And the next thing is, if they write letters, who will read these letters at home? There was illiteracy. People couldn't read, couldn't understand. So he said there should be some particular kind of communication technique, oral communication, which should come at the price of a postcard. Okay, postcard, the very cheapest form of writing letters as such. Now, this is what he said. And Mukesh Ambani was also sitting over there. Listen, during that time, students, they started a company by the name Reliance Communication. Please understand properly. Reliance Communication started doing good business. Handsets were made available at a cheaper price. But then you all know there were some family problems after Dhirubhai Ambani's death. And Anil Ambani took away this Reliance Communication business. And Mukesh Ambani, who had started this Reliance Communication, had no other option but to give away that business to him. And today's time it is said, students, you don't need enemies. If you have brothers and sisters and cousins, sufficient. Here it was the best example. Anil Ambani took away that business, Reliance Communication, and also made him sign an agreement, non-competitive agreement. That means you will not enter in this business for next 10 years. Fine. Now all these things were happening. Competition Commission then came with a particular argument that why one should be stopped from having a business. And that gave some kind of impetus to Mukesh Ambani, and he started on 5th of September, Teachers' Day, 2016. GEO. GEO, the full form is Joint Implementation Opportunities. Understand? On 5th September, when he started GEO, mind you, he had that time with him 0 customers. We had just started, right? And students, what he did, he offered the services to the people at a very low price. You all know Vodafone, Airtel, Idea, Docomo, Reliance Communication, BSNL used to offer 2G services. Reliance Communication came with 3G, 4G services. And what they did, they made calls free. Initially, internet facilities were also offered at a very low price. And portability was made very, very cheap, number portability. You know, that time, students, Vodafone, Airtel, Idea, they were making good amount of profit. The charges were very high. But today, I'm a shareholder of Reliance Industries. I want to tell you all, this particular company which started with 0 clients is today having more than 40 crore customers. But 40 crore is what? More than the population of America also, right? 40 crore customer students, and imagine he started this as what? Very low price, but they are Gujarati businessman. He will not continue to give it free. Suppose minimum he charges 450 rupees per month. You multiply this with 12. Okay. That comes to approximately 5,400 rupees. And you multiply it with 40 crore. How much money will he make? I think it will be more than the national income of Pakistan. Meaning what they did, students, they adopted a strategy called as attack. Attack is one set of thinking that when I'm entering the business, I will kill the competition. Today, for your understanding, beta, imagine when Jio entered the market and started offering calls free, many people shifted to Jio. Vodafone services, students, I don't know in Bangalore what is the case. Mumbai, it is not at all good. They spend so much of money in making such big advertisements. They should have made services better. Idea to had no idea what was happening because Jio services were very cheap. Vodafone Idea came together. Airtel is there. Docomo went. Aircel, Maxis, Band. Then students, Reliance Communication closed. And today imagine Mukesh Ambani, 40 crore customers, and better it will still increase. Today, students, I want to tell you that the time when Jio was launched, 800 rupees was the share price of Reliance Industry Limited. I remember in India, it is very easy to find critics. Na? You tell someone, and we are ready with criticisms of others. People said, nahi chalega, it will not work. Dogs keep on barking. It hardly matters. Today, beta, this 800 rupees share of Reliance is approximately 2,200 rupees. And when Jio comes with 5G, when Jio comes with something better internet facilities as such, don't get it wrong, this share price will surpass 3,000 rupees. So what they did was a strategy called as attack. Please, beta, I'm explaining to you just the beginning of this chapter. First thing I said, name of the chapter is Introduction to Strategic Management. We are studying what do we mean by the term strategy. I said one strategy is called as attack. Now, if all of you have settled down properly, kindly pay attention. See, this said, students, the term strategy is derived from the word stratego. Okay, someone said Jio is also coming with its own IPO. Maybe Mukesh Ambani must have told you. Let's see. First thing, beta, kindly pay attention. Afterwards, you can have all your breakfast as such. Listen, please. The term strategy, it is said, is derived from the Greek word stratego, which refers to the act of an army general in a battlefield to defeat the enemy, to win over the enemy. No, we want to prevail over the enemy, and that is why we make use of what? Strategies. So I remember last year when I was taking lecture in Bangalore, one child asked me, sir, strategies are used in battlefield, right? So we are going to study about war? No. Today doing business is no less than fighting a war. But in business, you have to survive, sustain, grow. And for all these things, you need to face competition. And for that, it is said a businessman will survive if his thinking starts where the competitor stops thinking. You getting my point? And for that, the businessman has to make use of what? Strategies. So first thing I said, act of an army general in a battlefield to defeat the enemy, to prevail over the enemy, to win over the enemy. Today in business, students, conditions are very difficult. Mind you, you're doing business in India, first you are facing competition from local players. Now there are national and international players who want to sell the goods in the market. Then beta, pandemic. I remember coming for the lecture as such, our Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray every day threatens, I'll start the lockdown. In this situation, for a businessman to survive has become very difficult. For that, you need to have strategies. So army general will have strategies in a battlefield, and a businessman is supposed to have strategy in a business field. What kind of strategies he can adopt? Imagine, students. First strategy I said is attack. Attack, when I said, I mean what? Yeah, sorry for that. When I said attack, I mean what? You try to kill the competition. Imagine today, beta, don't get me wrong. I had invested huge amount of money in Videocon shares, Idea shares. Videocon shares, Vodafone shares. Vodafone share is today worth 9-10 rupees. Still there is some kind of respect in 9-10 rupees. There was a time the share prices had come down to 3 rupees. Reliance was 800 rupees. Vodafone was. They used to charge so much amount of money for incoming call as well as outgoing calls. They were ruling. And imagine today what is the case. And what Reliance has done, 40 crore customers, and 40 crore is what, students? Imagine the income that they will get. Unimaginable. So one strategy one can adopt is attack. Second strategy one can have, student, is called as defend. Meaning what? Simple. When Jio came with this offer, free calls, internet facilities at a cheaper rate, that time, students, what happened? Airtel, Vodafone also reduced its charges. So what they're doing, they're defending themselves. They say we'll also offer a services at a lesser price. Defense strategy, right? There's another strategy one can have that is called a surrender. Best. You know, it is said, surrender may, what do? You surrender and then you touch the feet of the person and pull his leg only. I'll give you a good example, students. Since, okay, someone's writing something. Okay, Jio is coming with an IPO, Tata Docomo, someone said. Anyway, chalo, no problem. Kindly pay attention. Surrender. This is a good example that comes to my mind. I'll share it with you. Please listen. You know, in India, student, as far as the cold drink industry is concerned, we used to have Thumbs Up. And then Thumbs Up had its own other products, Limca, Lemon, Gold Spot, something like that. So they had their own products. Doing excellent business, selling this product, making good amount of money because there is supernormal profit in cold drink industry. It may cost 1 rupee to make a particular cold drink of 300 ml, and they'll sell it for 10 rupees. So imagine huge profit. Now when Thumbs Up was doing business, excellent business, Manmohan Singh ji introduced LPG. So we invited foreign companies in our country, and one company came, that was Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, when it entered the market, but it's a multinational company. It has huge amount of funds with itself, right? So what they did, they started spending huge amount of money on advertisements. Amir Khan, Aishwarya Rai, they were the good big stars that time. They were signed. And you pay money to these film stars, cricketers, they'll do because they want some income. So beta, Amir Khan, Aishwarya Rai started endorsing Coca-Cola. And Thumbs Up was owned by a Marwadi, Ramesh Chauhan. Marwadis don't believe in all those things as such. Marwadi will say, I'll not spend so much money. Who will give 2 crore, 5 crore to Amir Khan or Aishwarya? Pagal hai kya? Nahin, I will not give. Fine. So beta, what happened in India? Imagine Amitabh Bachchan starts advertising for that Lal Tel, and all bhaiyas start applying Lal Tel. UP wale log read, what is that one? Oil he advertises, right? Yeah, someone has given the answer also. Navratna Tel, perfect. Okay, so right. So Navratna Tel, Amitabh Bachchan endorses, and on fall UP is applying that oil. Well, in India, there's so much of fan following. Na? People start wearing undergarments because Salman Khan is wearing. Stupid. But still, people in my country wanted to have a cold drink which Aishwarya Rai is having. Maro fir, patiyo. What happened slowly? There was increased demand for Coca-Cola. And we are Indians, most unreliable people. My country's product Thumbs Up, but no, Aishwarya Rai drinks this, so I will have Coca-Cola. And Aishwarya Rai did this for what? Is it that she liked Coca-Cola? No, she was offered 2 crore rupees. You give them money, they'll do anything. You give money to Kareena Kapoor, she will sleep in a bathing tub and say, Mere Sundarta ka raaz hai Lux. Anyway, I'll come to that afterwards, students. So Coca-Cola people started having. Why? Aishwarya Rai. Some people, Amir Khan. Maro, what happened? Thumbs Up sales started declining. Thumbs Up never used to do so much of advertisements. They say a product is there and they believed in no advertisement. Marwadi, they would want to make more money, but not spend money. Idea was what? They had no competition at that point of time. All the cold drinks which are there belong to one company, Parle Soft Drinks. Parle Soft Drinks belong to a particular person, students. This person is an Indian businessman. And he, Ramesh Chauhan, his name is Ramesh Chauhan. You must be knowing that Chauhan family, na? Chauhan family is the owner of Thumbs Up, was the owner of Thumbs Up. Coca-Cola sales started increasing. Coca-Cola brand was getting built up. Now what to do? After some time, student, Coca-Cola said, we'll also introduce what? Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin Tendulkar is free. You give him money, he will say, do anything. So, bacha, 2-3 more cricketers were also brought. So, sales started increasing. Good. Thumbs Up sales was reduced. What happened? Very simple. Marwadi, surrender. Marwadi will not fight. But students, he'll surrender, he'll touch your feet, he'll pull your leg. He will win the race. Let's be very clear. What Marwadi Ramesh Chauhan did, he went to Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola people were shocked. Arey, the owner of company has come to us. Yes, sir, what can we do? But see, I don't want to do my business of thumbs up with spending crores of rupees on advertisements. Okay, sir. So what do you want us to do? Simple. I want that you stop advertisement. Nonsense. What are you talking? We have come here to sell the product and we believe in advertisements. But then while do one thing, I will not continue with the owner of Thumbs Up. Bola, sir, then do one thing. Give Thumbs Up to us. Lele. And you believe me, students, such a good business, Thumbs Up, sold it to Coca-Cola. Surrender. Wait, the story doesn't end there. Marwadi. He said, sir, you take this business, give me the money, whatever is the amount will come to. And with that amount of money that you will be giving it to me, I would start another business in which you will not enter for the next 10 years. See, so clever. Matlab, what he did? First, touch the feet, surrender. Sorry, sir, you are the boss, you are my father, everything you are, right? And then telling them, I'll start a business where you will not enter that business for the next 10 years. Coca-Cola people never understood what he had in the back of his mind. They said, fine. And what he did, Tantadan, Marwadi, see, now his colors were... He started, students, his own mineral water brand, Bisleri. Now imagine, Bisleri bacha is being sold for 12 rupees per liter. Bisleri mein, what is the manufacturing cost? You don't have to add cola, neither that particular secret formula, neither sugar, it is just water, which is the natural gift. And then if he says this is 300% oxidized, who's going to check that? Today, people, they want to have mineral water. Now, they don't say, I'm going to have mineral water. They say, I'm having Bisleri. That brand it has created. You're getting my point. See, surrender. And in that surrender, they got an opportunity. They started Bisleri. Wait, the story doesn't end there. Marwadi. Now, see how clever they are. Thumbs Up, they sold to Coca-Cola. And when Coca-Cola people came to India, they started expanding their business because now they have two brands. They said, sir, we don't understand this country. Why? What happened? Sir, this country. What's the problem? Sir, Australia we sell, there are 2 crore people. In this country, you have more than 120 crore people. How will we sell? But you know, in 1 kilometer Australia, 2 people live. In Bombay, there is a place, Marine Line student, there the density is 1,21,575. You imagine one village of Australia gets accommodated in 1 kilometer in Bombay. So many people. No, I can't manage this business of Coca-Cola and Thumbs Up both. So Marwadi, sir, who? I'm there. Kya karega? What do you do? So you know what he did? He said, I have a daughter, Jayati Chauhan. So let Jayati Chauhan manage what? Thumbs Up and Coca-Cola. And they were very happy. Great. Imagine what game, student, what strategy. My business you take, give me the money, I have a monopoly in Bisleri, then you will not be able to manage the business, my daughter will only manage the business. Wait, the story doesn't end there. In some time, Pepsi decided to come to India and Indira Nooyi was the chairperson. She said, coming to India, it's a big market. And I don't want to enter in the market doing marketing activities. She said, I know Jayati Chauhan very well. So Jayati, dear, please you do one thing. You only manage Pepsi, Thumbs Up, Coca-Cola. And imagine today, student, Marwadi family is today having the full control of cold drink industry in India, and Bisleri as a brand they have developed as such. What strategy they played, students? They got money, that business also they are controlling. And student, the best part is what? Remember one thing. If you are fighting a war which you know you will not be able to win, it's better that you what? Come on, surrender. Am I right? Chalo, repeat fast. What is the first thing I said? Strategy derived from the word Greek word stratego, which is act of a army general. Right now, Neha Jain, Marwadi kidhar gayi? Haan. Act of a army general. Why? To come on, defeat the enemy, to prevail over the enemy. Someone asked why in business strategy? Because business today is no less than fighting a war. Your competitor does something, you know, your thinking has to be such that your thinking starts where your competitor stops thinking. Then better you will prevail. You're getting a point? You know, if a businessman becomes comfortable in one position, then his downfall will start. As we take a bath every day, I suppose we do take, right? We are supposed to be ready with strategies every day. It's an ongoing process. You can't be comfortable, bacha. The moment you become comfortable, your downfall starts. It is said the person who finds comfort in his discomfort will achieve unreasonable growth. Yes. The day we become comfortable, you get very good percentage marks in CA foundation course. So what? Your photo is there in that particular big banner. So what? That's a history now, gone. Now prepare for this inter. And I'm right better about it. When I say that, you're supposed to be ready with strategies. You love attending one particular lecture. So what? You're not supposed to clear one paper. You're supposed to clear 8 papers. If you want your photograph on that particular banner, you have to perform well in all those papers. So you are supposed to be ready with the strategy. First strategy, I said, come on, what? Which strategy? Attack. Attack. Which example I gave? Come on, tell me. Example of Geo. When it got started, chalo beta, and be very clear. If you write these examples in the exam, the examiner gets convinced the child knows it. So, and let's be very clear, in the notes, these examples are not given. So when I'm explaining, if you note it down accordingly, it will be helpful for you. 5th September 2016, Teachers Day. How many customers they had? Come on, 0. Today, more than 40 crore customers. They have actually captured the market. Today, beta, Idea, Vodafone are thinking about 4G. Jio is ready with 5G. They are thinking about 5G. Jio is ready with what, students? Cable services. They are ready with so many other facilities. I said when a competitor stops thinking, your thinking has to start from there. Attack. Attack may kill the competition. Second, defend. Defend matlab you feel you've not done correctly as such, you made so much money. Not defend. I said Airtel, Vodafone defended themselves by reducing the price. Surrender, best example, Thumbs Up. I said Thumbs Up belong to whom? Come on, the person name is Ramesh Chauhan, Marwadi. Today, who's managing the entire cold drink industry? Jayati Chauhan. And they have taken the money and started Bisleri business also. 4th strategy, beta, that comes to my mind is ambush. Okay. I hope you're understanding. Yes. Getting my point? Sure. Ambush. Ambush, I'll give one very good example. Kindly pay attention. You know what example comes to my mind? Yeah, thank you. You know, FIFA. FIFA, you all know, Football World Cup. Now, there was one Football World Cup as such, and football game watched by many people in the world, right? Cricket may be a sport people are crazy about in India and Bangalore, especially because IPL, I'm sorry. Anyway, now the thing is, football, most loved sport as such. And there are many countries who play, many people who watch. So, beta, Football World Cup was there, FIFA. Now, that particular Football World Cup in the 70s, its sponsorship rights were being auctioned. And there is one company, student, German company, Adidas. It took the sponsorship rights. Okay, good. They paid some $7 million to get the sponsorship rights. And they were very happy. Why? They said, this is a good window to showcase a product. So before the match begins, there will be one advertisement of Adidas. In the interval, there'll be one advertisement. And when the match gets over, there'll be one advertisement of this particular brand. Fine. Now, Adidas would be able to get a good market share. Advertisement of its product will be there. All this was right. There's an American company, students, Nike. Nike was observing all this. Is it to say that Nike was not interested in the FIFA World Cup? No, they were very much interested. But beta strategies may, you need to achieve some objectives with the least cost. What happened? Simple. Nike was wondering, is it worth paying so many millions of dollars for getting the sponsorship rights? No. So what to do? Simple. Listen. Nike said, let us think. And in 2 weeks' time, they came with the strategy and they said, sir, we will sponsor the teams. We'll sponsor the players. Okay. And what? The shoes that the players will be wearing, we will sponsor. Nike. The t-shirts, the shorts, the undergarments, Nike. The handband as such, the headband, Nike. Attack. 90 minutes when the game is going on, what people are seeing? Come on. First, what people are seeing? Nike. And bacha, this full process for Nike costed what? Not even 1/10 of what Adidas paid for the sponsorship rights. And Adidas ad used to come 3 times. But for 90 minutes, what people saw was what? Not Adidas, but they saw what? Nike. Just do it. And who got a bigger share of increase in revenue sales? Nike. Ambush. So ambush is like attack. The difference is what? Here you know your enemy. Attack me, you don't know who's your enemy. How come? 5th September 2016, bacha, till 10 o'clock in the morning, no one was knowing what is Jio. And I'll tell you a fact. Believe me, Mukesh Ambani's students had started the work of laying down those cables for 4G. People were just thinking what he is doing, pagal. We Indians are very good in criticizing others. And imagine, students, when he started, in few days, he had crores of customers. And today, students, 40 crore customers. Attack. So, my dear students, the question comes, what is strategy? Listen, the definition I'll give. I hope you are getting my point, students. Yes or no? Please respond. Niti M. Shankha, what's her name? Jo bhi hai. Please keep your video on. I'm requesting you all. Girls, Suguna, you understanding now? Why you are so dumb, huh? Beta, yes or no? Samajh mein aa raha hai? You understanding? Yeah, please. Oh, thank you so much. Listen, please. Now I'm requesting you, beta. I told you, just give me 40 hours. You getting good marks in the exam is my responsibility. But these 40 hours, be mentally, physically present. Video should be on. Kindly pay attention. Definition of strategy. It is said strategy is a long range blueprint, long range blueprint of an organization's desired image, direction, and destination. It tells what an organization wants to do, what an organization wants to do, and how to do it. First, strategy. Better be very clear. I said in 1990s, Dhirubhai Ambani had come to the share market to that time work as a sub-broker. 1990s he came, and so in that time he said, communication between the people should be developed. Since that time, Mukesh Ambani had in his mind what? Communication. And today, 2020, he's enjoying the fruits of it. So it's a long range. What blueprint? Everything is there in your mind. What I want to do, idea 2G, I'll come with 4G. I have such better technology, calls can be made free. But today, if you want to be in a business, you have to give either the same thing what the others are giving at a less price, or you have to charge the same price and give better services to the customer. So that blueprint should be very clear of what? Organization's desired image, direction, and destination. I'll give you an example. Pay attention. Chalo, listen. Another Marwadi. I'm sorry, don't get it wrong, students. Marwadis, I used to work with them in the share market. They're very, very shrewd people. This Marwadi I'm talking about is a person by the name Dilip Sanghavi. Dilip Sanghavi Bacha is the one who started the company Sun Pharma. Sun Pharma, pharmaceutical company. Today in India, one business which does very good is obviously alcohol business. And then the other business which does good is pharmaceutical industry, right? Pharma means lots of money. I mean, listen. One student's a rating was made of the top 10 pharmaceutical companies of a country. The Sun Pharma rank was 4. Okay. And Dilip Sanghavi said, I want to make Sun Pharma number 1 in India. So, bacha, that was in his mind, long range blueprint of an organization desired image. Number 1, I want to become. I want to become the biggest pharmaceutical company of a country. And bacha, if you become the biggest pharmaceutical player of your country as such, you get good orders from the Western countries. And then they make payment in terms of dollars and pounds. You can make a good fortune. Marwadi. So end of the day, bacha, what he had in his mind was this only. Abhi, listen, very interesting. The question is, I am at number 4, I want to become number 1. How do I do that? So one option was what? One option is, I start having more plants. I set up more factories. I set up factories. I start making generic drugs. I spend more money in research and development. But then Dilip Sanghavi said, this is a time-consuming process. Starting new plant, difficult, huh? Having more people. And he said the best ones in the industry are actually working with other companies. So Marwadi, he was very rich, bought paisa. So one day what happened, students? One day what happened? Someone told him, sir, if you want to become number 1, why don't you या फार्मा में प्रॉफिट बहुत है, देखो एक मारवाड़ी ने आंसर लिख के दिया, फार्मा में प्रॉफिट बहुत है. चलो एनीवे, now come to the point, students. Someone told him, okay, sir, why don't you take what some of the pharmaceutical companies which are actually doing business in India? He said, good. So one option he had, students, that he will take away a company called as Cipla. Cipla is a very good company. I need to tell you, Beta, Cipla is the first company in a country which one day had given a dividend of 500%. Till that time, companies give more than that also, but that was the first time a company gave 500% dividend. I remember working in the share market, Bacha, you'll be shocked. 10 rupees share of Cipla was worth 24,000 rupees. Khatak. And imagine here is Dilip Sanghvi, he said, I'll buy that company. Had the funds. He said, if I take that particular company, what would happen? Collectively, we can become number one. But then Cipla, owners were very strong, Muslim people as such. And they are very, very conservative, fundamentally very clear people. They know, sir, this is our baby. Then, Bacha, there was another company, Mankind Pharma. They had problems. Mankind Pharma deal did not materialize. There was one Sardar. He had a company by the name Ranbaxy Laboratories. Please understand. Ranbaxy, student, this person, owner of the company, was of the opinion that, bus, I started as a small chemist and I made such a big company. Now it is enough. Now I don't want to grow further. Enough. So he expressed his desire that he wants to sell the company. But Dilip Sanghvi did not have the courage to go and approach him. Can you sell it to me? And you know what happened? Ranveer Singh Bakshi, Ranbaxy, sold the company to a Japanese firm, Daiichi. Now, Dilip Sanghvi approached Daiichi. Sir, yes, I want to buy this Ranbaxy Laboratories. Japanese people, students, chote. They quoted the price. He paid it. And today, Sun Pharma is number one. So, but just strategy is what? It's a long-range blueprint of an organization desired image. Where I see myself, what direction, and what is the destination? Strategy. Strategy is a theme on which the business is done. But don't get me wrong, please. Now I'm your friend. By 45 minutes have passed. Take this case. India has a neighbor, Pakistan, right? You all agree? In this time, we are supposed to be growing, developing. And Pakistan used to create so many problems for a country. They would enter in the Kashmir region, kill some people. In between, they send the people in Mumbai, Kasab, that case was there. And we had Congress government. And Congress government says, sir, this is not right. You are sending your people, they are killing people. Kasab came, more than 300 people were injured. More than 40, 50 people died. And we were proving them, giving them dossiers. Kasab is a Pakistani. They say, no, he's not a Pakistani, he's a Hindu. That was the thinking. Modi, attack. Ghar mein jaake mara. Uri attack, you saw that movie. Come on, yes or no? Balakot, what we did. Your thinking has to change. When we used to go and play cricket matches in Australia, in the past, the cricketers used to fear how would we face Thompson? How would we face Dennis Lillee? They were at the most prepared to end the match in a draw. This is new India. We don't go to play the match to draw. We go there to win the matches. Attack, destroy, attack. And what we gave them, students, just Rishabh Pant. Rishabh Pant, what match he played? Imagine the Australian captain used to make fun of him. What? Will you do babysitting for my child? Kangaroo, attack. This is what has to change, students. Strategy. Your thought process should be such that I'm doing CA. I'm studying Inter. Why? I want to become a chartered accountant. And beta, don't say it is difficult. Why? You are the only one who's doing. Hundreds of students are doing. There are 244 students attending the lecture. I took one lecture some day before yesterday. There are 420 students attending the lecture. What? Thinking has to change. You don't enter into a war to show them, so he was a Pakistan. Maro jaake, attack them. Yeah, you get a point, students. So what we believe in today, we've changed the strategy. Today, imagine after so many days, that attack, Balagpur attack happened. Problems in that particular place, students have stopped. Article 370 scrapped. Elections conducted. Best part is what today, property in Jammu and Kashmir is available for sale. You should not be surprised. Some Gujarati or a Marwadi goes and sets up a resort over there. Avi jao, dokla kha jao. Matlab kya bacha? Thinking change hua na? Are yes or no? So strategy is what? Come on, tell me. Strategies. Are kidhar gaya? Strategy is a fast. Kidhar gaya bolo jaldi se. Strategy is a long-range blueprint of an organization's desired image, its direction and its destination. It tells what an organization wants to do, why it wants to do, and how to do it. Correct? Let's see the notes, students, please. Can you pay attention? Strategy. I'm requesting you some examples that I gave, those 4 strategies I gave. Come on, tell me which are the 4 strategies I gave you. Attack. Second, defend. Third, surrender. Surrender, what example I gave? Come on, tell me. Surrender example which I gave. Thumbs up. Marwadi ka naam kya? Ramesh Chauhan. Beti ka naam kya? Jayati Chauhan. And today Jayati Chauhan decides what? Salman Khan. So Salman, ha madam. Hrithik Roshan, oh, he comes with the advertisement, na? What? Mera gala bhi sukta hai, and in a motorcycle. Akshay Kumar is on the top of his 15th floor and then he jumps from there. Who will jump like that? You will jump like that? Your papa will slap you one. Chup, lift se ja niche. These are what? These are, forget it. I get very angry on this. Anyway, film stars, student cricketers, you pay them money, they'll sell underwears also. Come to the point. Term strategy has been derived from the Greek word. Come on, all of you, start reading, please. Open your notes. You're getting the notes from the word strategos, which means army, command of troops, or the art of the general to plan to destroy enemies through effective use of resources. That is the act of general to win over the enemy, to defeat the enemy, or to prevail over the enemy. I hope you're understanding. Yes. Business today is like fighting a war, and businessmen have to respond to the dynamic and hostile, that is unfriendly environment. Every businessman makes use of strategies to face the tricks of his enemy, that is rivals. This is the introduction part. Now, see better the definition, and I'm requesting you please today when the lecture gets over, definition should be very clear. All of you read, students, wherever you're sitting there, please read loudly. Strategy we defined as a long range. Chalo bolo kya beta? Repeat. Long range what? Blueprint of an organization, desired image, direction and destination. Repeat once again. Strategy is defined as what? Long range. Long range. Achha, why long range? Tell me. Why long range? 1990s, Dhirubhai Ambani said, what? Come on, tell me. Communication. And today, 2020, maybe he is achieving that. So it takes time. Rome was not built in a day. You got 100 out of 100 in accounts in 12th standard, and you say, I'll become a chartered accountant. Pagal hai kya? You have to study, you have to clear foundation course, inter, start articleship, then final. It takes time. So it's a long range blueprint of an organization desired image. Come on, fast. direction and that it tells what it wants to be, what it wants to do, and where it wants to go. Repeat, what it wants to be. Sun Pharma, number one. What it wants to do, it wants to manufacture medicines for the people in a country. And but I'll tell you something. India, yesterday evening we were 136 crore. Today, I don't know, it must have increased as such. When I wrote my thesis, I actually teach economics subject also. You'll be shocked when I wrote this. Listen, Ghulam Nabi Azad was a minister. He was shocked to know. I told, sir, in every 1.5 to 2 seconds, one child is born in a country. So when he was reading this, he felt like laughing. I said, you can laugh, sir. You are only managing the country, huh? Congress. Anyway, 1.5 to 2 seconds, one child is born. In a day, 50,000 children are born. 50,000. It seems Indians have no work then to do this. Beta, we got independence for this or what? Pagal. Senseless. And I said in 1 year, 2 crore children are born in a country. And I had mentioned 2 crore is the population of Australia. So one Australia we add every year to our country's population. Ooh, we are strong Indians. Nonsense. Where will we keep these people? Come on. So I'll give a question soon. Give me the answer for this. All of you, Bangalore, understanding? Bolo re. Pakka. Now, Suguna, you give me the answer for this particular question I'll be asking better. See this. In my thesis, I'd written this. Ghulam Nabi Azad student was that time the minister. And I said, you give me the answer. You are managing the country, you said, na? Health and Development Minister. Beta, suno. Take this case. All of you listen properly. We Indians have 2.4% of the world's land area. This is clear? Are bolo, yes or no? 2.4% of the world's land area we have. Second, when India became independent, we had 36 crore people. 36 crore was a population. You can go and check it. 1951 census. India's population was 36.1 crore. Katak. Now see. It means what? This is the place which was used for. So this is 2.4% of the world's land area. This is 36 crore people, students, using this place for agriculture. Correct? Come on, tell me, Suguna, I'm right, beta. 36 crore, this place is used for agriculture. Today, how much are we? I said today we are 136 crore. So Raja, beta, ho kya gaya? If we are 136 crore today, I mean, that much space is not sufficient. Huh? So this is what? This is what will be the place needed for agriculture, 136 crore. So beta, this is the place remaining for people to stay. My question is very simple for you all. Is it that we Indians have learned from this? No. You tell someone, I have written a book, students, in which I've said Indians should follow a lifestyle of being disc, double income, single kid. One child is sufficient. Why to have a party at home with so many terrorists as such? Night? I said have a family pattern of dinks, double income, no kids, then kids, adopt a child. I was telling all this to this person. I said today we are 136 crore, suppose today, and this much land is used for agriculture. This much place is available for the people to stay. But today we are 136 crore, maybe in some years we'll become 150, 160, 170, 180 crores because people are not listening. हम दो और तुम गिनते रहो, है ना? चल रहा है, हर साल एक मिठाई का डब्बा आ जाता है. Every year, bloody, there's another addition. That means one day, what will happen? Suguna, this full place will be used for agriculture. Am I right? Now tell me, if the full place will be used for agriculture, where will the people stay? Bangalore, give me the answer. Where will people stay? You can raise your hands to give the answer, please. Adoption is a better choice. Okay, mass someone said, oh my God, Bangalore, early in the morning. Okay, don't talk like Rahul Gandhi. Anyway, chalo, tell me. What is the answer? Migrate to other countries. So this person says, I'll migrate to Pakistan, I would imply. Oh my God, Bangalore is a better place. I loved Bangalore. It's a beautiful place and good students. Give me the answer. Chalo, bacha bolo. Shaguna, I'm waiting for your answer, bacha. You agree with this? This is what is happening. Population is increasing. Beta, you know, it's a joke, na? Barack Obama was the president of America. He said to the people of his country, have shame. My country density of population is 20. He said people to be ashamed because density is 20. My God, Barack, come in India and see. We are more than 120. That is, we are more than 125,000 in marine lines as such. Bacha, Dadar, you know, there are places, students in Bombay, Ghatkopar, Mulund, Borivali. These are mini Gujarat. In one kilometer, you'll have lakhs of people. And in place like Dadar, bacha, you believe me, you will not get sufficient place to walk on the footpath also. Where will the next generation live? If you are Mr. A, where will your small a live? Ray, beta, Bombay was one small Bombay, beautiful place. After Bandra, they used to say people would not live. Today, Bandra, Andheri, Borivali, Thane, kya full Bombay. Bombay's population is 2 crore, beta. Australia population is 2 crore. Australia is 3.5 times bigger than India. Getting in the train in Mumbai is a big task. And getting out of the train is a bigger task. And then remaining intact for the full day is the biggest task as such. Tell me, where will the next generation live? Okay. Dharavi wants some property rates have come. Marwadi dekho paise ka answer de diya. Government should come up with something like this. Hey, bacha, whoever gave this answer, government, he says, na, my country, there was a government mein, Bihar mein, Lalu Prasad Yadav. Shuguna, you heard of this character, Lalu Prasad Yadav? He had how many children, you know, Bhumika? 11 children. Thank God he was arrested. Otherwise, the extra 12th man would also have come. Ye pagal log, I'm sorry, what will they teach the people, yaar? 11 children. They will tell the people, control. People will say, bloody, why you didn't control? I'm right. Where will the next generation live? Your children, you want to give them the best. Is there place for them? Your parents would say, we bought a flat in Bangalore for 40 lakh, 50 lakh. Today it is costing 1 crore. And imagine today in this pandemic going and earning money. It's a big task. And today where to go? You touch any person having students corona. You walk on the road, you're supposed to wear a mask. I find it difficult to breathe also. But in the lift, if I'm going, there's a small kid, there's a uncle put the mask, tapli marega. But can't help it, yaar. Kya kare? Kidhar rahega? Where will we stay? My parents used to say we used to live in a big house. Houses have become like matchboxes, yaar, in Bombay. I'm sorry to say, but Bombay property rates are very high. A 2-bedroom flat would cost 2 crore of rupees. 2 crore. People will have to make a fortune to get a 2-bedroom flat. Or the best option is join a political party. Am I right? Tell me the answer for this question, man. Come on. Okay, someone said Canada. Canada वाला wait कर रहा है. Bangalore का लड़का आएगा उसको लेगा. पागल है क्या? Canada, they are waiting for you. They'll give you what kind of jobs over there you know to do? What? Who wants? Even a Pakistan will not take you, yaar. Why will they take? Less populated country. Give me some examples of less populated country. Australia, mein, there is so much of racism. You go to Australia at any point of time, bacha, and you'll realize the cheap labor, there's Indian, they say. उससे भी cheap होगा तो बांग्लादेशी और free में काम करने वाला पाकिस्तानी. चल नहीं. So this is the problem we are facing, and be very clear. Chalo, this answer I want from you in my last lecture. I'll now come to this subject. Why Sun Pharma wanted to become number one, bacha? I'll tell you a fact. Lots of profit in pharmaceutical business. My brother is the president of this company, Roche. He's based in Singapore. Last month he had come to India. I said, why in this pandemic? He said, we have come here to celebrate. Bula, what celebration? Bula, India has become the diabetes capital of the world. What celebrations? Hey, samajh mein aa raha hai, beta? Diabetes capital of the world, and bloody these foreign companies are celebrating. Why? They say there are people, they will first. What we Indians will do? We'll have tea, coffee with sugar, dip biscuits in that, then have laddu, peda, barfi, and then after that we say, no, sugar ho gaya. Re, pagal. People will have beer. They don't know beer is made up of what? Molasses, sugar cane. But then they have diabetes. So then they'll have to take insulin. Na? And these pharmaceutical companies make hay while the sun shines. They have such big, big mansions over there, students in Singapore to stay. Pharmaceutical big business. So why this direction? Simple bit. Direction is there because I want to reach to that destination. Now, this question answer, Shuguna, is remaining. Huh? You think about it. Where will the next generation stay? Okay. Sahil Jain, Chota Sahil kidhar rahega? Pratham. Where will small Pratham? Pratham himself is very small. Chota Pratham ko kidhar rakhega beta? Where will he stay? That's a big question, na? I'm right, beta. I'm not wrong. And don't get it wrong, please. I'm your friend. Jain, Marwadi किधर रखेगा? पैसा थोड़ी खाएगा रे. Terrace में agriculture करेगा क्या? You can't do agriculture on the terrace ना. You need place यार. Bangalore में we say there is so much, climate is very good. Your Bangalore teachers had come, we had gone to a hill station, and we Mumbaikars were so happy. See, the climate is very good. So that teacher says, sir, in Bangalore this is a normal climate. And imagine when there is overpopulation, where will we stay? Next, last lecture, give me the answer. Now, come to the point, please. Long range, okay. William Gluick says, a strategy is a unified, comprehensive, and integrated plan designed to assure the basic objectives of the enterprise are achieved. Basically, it means what? Strategies that are made by people at the top level has to be followed by people at the middle level, lower level. So it is unified, comprehensive, and integrated. Why? To achieve the objectives of the organization. See, it is to achieve effectiveness. This is what you can go through. It's very easy. Strategy is a game plan used by the management, right? I said it's a theme on which the business will work. To achieve the desired market position, I said Sun Pharma wants to become number one. Flipkart once said, we want to become the Amazon of India. Reliance, I'll share it with you students. Suno bachche log, please listen. Devanjana, you understand na beta? Huh? Listen, I'll just share a small point with you. The other day, I'd gone to Big Bazaar and I was told, sir, onions are 24 rupees kg. Okay. And I got a message. You know what message? Mukesh Ambani purchased Big Bazaar for 24,500 crores. So I was buying onions. He bought Big Bazaar only for 24,500 crores. Why? Mukesh Ambani knows telecommunication business now is saturated. Bas. Now it will not grow. So beta, what to do? Be comfortable. बैठ जाओ ऐसे, लाला के जैसे, पागल है. He has to develop something new now. So what he's done now, he started entering in the, come on fast, he started entering in the retail business. Arey, come on, am I right? Kusuma, yes or no? I can't see your face. Chalo fast, beta. So I said sometime back, you're not supposed to be comfortable in life. You know, I stood first in CA Foundation course. That's a history. And no one likes to remember history. I'm sorry to say that. Very good, congratulations. But still, create a history tomorrow. Hey, come on. To conduct operations, attract and satisfy customers. Compete complete successfully, achieve organizational. It's very easy what we have discussed above. Now, what is important from your examination point of view is this: characteristics of strategy, very, very important. And I request you, my dear students, everything that I'll be explaining, better you note down the example that I'll be giving. Clear? Bhumika, samajh mein aa raha hai? Understanding, beta? Sure? Chalo. Kusuma, I can't see your face. Chalo, beta. Characteristics of features of strategy: it's forward looking, designed to move, no substitute for sound, alert, responsible, never be flawless, partly proactive, reactive, pragmatic and flexible, no magics and tricks required in all organizations. Khatak. I'll complete this in some time. Characteristics of strategy. Chalo, let's start. First point we need to understand is no substitute for sound, alert, and this all is very easy. That will do. It's no substitute for sound, alert, and responsible management. What does that mean? Please listen. Understand. It is said you are not supposed to just do the right things, but you're supposed to do the things right. You got the point? Bolo re, right now. You're not just supposed to do the right. We Indian students, I'm sorry to say, I'm not generalizing, but I don't mind generalizing also. We are very good in making strategies. Exams are there. You say, sir, I've set up an alarm of 4 o'clock. I will study till 10 o'clock. So very good in making strategy. But 4 o'clock when the alarm rings, mom gets up, dad gets up, they have a coffee, they sleep, you're sleeping only till 6 o'clock. It happens many a times. So we are very good in strategy. Beta kya? What do I say? We are very good in strategy formulation. No. We are supposed to be good in strategy implementation also. So, it is said ideas will work if you work on those ideas. You're getting my point. So, you're not supposed to do the right things. You're supposed to do the things right. Strategy formulation is one part of the story. After formulating, beta, implementation. And beta, in India, problem lies in implementation. We talk big, big things. Only we talk. We don't act accordingly. But if you want to excel in life, so you're supposed to do more than what the excellent one is doing. How will you sit at home, be comfortable, and say, I will excel? Pagal hai kya? Work requires labor. Let's be very clear. So, strategy has two aspects: strategy formulation, strategy implementation. An organization which has sound strategy formulation and excellent strategy implementation will only be able to achieve its objectives. That's the first point that you need to know. Not substitute for sound, alert, and responsible management. See, strategy is not a substitute for sound, alert, and responsible management. It provides a direction and support to the management. Strategy formulation should be complemented with strategic implementation to achieve the objectives. Achha, what did I said in this, beta? It's better if you note down that. I said, you're not just supposed to do the right things. You're supposed to do the things right. Second thing I said, ideas don't work unless and until you work on those ideas. Okay? Yes, come on. I give the example of what? Come on. Alarm. 4 o'clock until 10 o'clock. And if you don't get up, attack. Strategy cannot always be flawless and optimal, or it can never be flawless and optimal. Take this example, beta. Please listen. You know what basically it wants to say? Your thinking, right, brings your strategy. Now, your strategy, students, was right at that point of time. But we are living in a dynamic world. But time changes, situation changes. And if times changes, situation changes, environment changes, what can happen? Your strategy may fail. So it's wrong to say that if we make strategy, we'll always succeed. No. Take an example. You know, and this example you must have heard many a times, but still, chalo, I'll give you a better example, but you'll understand and relate this properly. You know, once what happened, one company's name came in the Fortune 500 list. So the top 500 companies in the world, you know, we make a list of those companies. And in this Fortune 500 companies, one company's name was there. So it was a time to celebrate. And they were very happy. Great. We are one of the best 500 companies in the world. They were very happy about it. Obviously, they had made strategy that they succeeded to become one of the best 500 companies in the world. You'll be shocked, beta, the same company next year applied for bankruptcy. Strange, no? 1 year, they are one of the best companies in the world. Next year, they applied for bankruptcy. Strategies fail. I'm talking of a company by the name Kodak. Kodak used to make those cameras, right? Camera, student, you have to put in the reel, then give it for developing. When all this was done, some good photograph would come, they would say, this is Kodak smile. This is Kodak photo of the day. So the credit was taken by Kodak. If you take all the credit for good faces, then take the brickbats also. What Kodak had done, student, they reaped the benefits. Very good. But they were not ready to believe that this kind of camera will be very fast replaced by what? Digital camera. Kodak. And when students they were told about this, they said, no, people will not like that. What nonsense. Why you always have a feeling that I am always the best? Wrong. But in today's world, competition is evident. It's always there. It will always be there. Kodak student was always sitting in that glory. They were in that comfortable position. What we are doing, we are the best and we are the undisputed leader. Kodak. Result is what? Come on. The moment digital cameras came, Samsung, LG, Kodak applied for bankruptcy. The strategy need not be flawless. Strategies can fail. One more example, pay attention. In my country or in most of the countries of the world, if any person wanted a mobile phone, they would have Nokia. Agreed? The best mobile phone. Achha, why it was the best mobile phone? Because Indian thinking was what? Nokia phone is best because it is durable. Durable means it's long lasting. We are very conservative people. Most of the people will have a refrigerator which their grandfather purchased it. Right? And a wristwatch which the great grandfather used to wear. I don't know why we take pleasure in all those things. Anyway, one television serial comes to Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, if you see that. So once I remember that character, what's his name here? Oh, Jetha. He forgets his phone at his place and he tells his wife to throw that phone from the first floor. And suddenly that Babita comes over there. So he starts looking at her and the phone falls down. But nothing happens to the phone. And so, oh, it's a durable phone. Nokia ruled, students. In India, 60 to 70% people who would have a mobile phone. Why 60, 70? I'll tell you the fact, 82% people would have a Nokia. Durability is what was expected. But beta, over a period of time, Samsung said, no, sir, it's not durability that is important, it is the usability of the phone. Khatak. Where is Nokia today? What went wrong? I'll just share with you. When Nokia was doing so good, and this is business now, Microsoft company told Nokia, so we will give you $1 billion. For 5 years in your mobile phone, you're supposed to use our software only. But at that point of time, it was a win-win proposition. You know? Yeah, I'm coming to that. So $1 billion Microsoft is giving and said, you use our software. And then we'll give you that software for free. If you would have been in that position, you would also have accepted that. I said it was a win-win proposition. But my dear students, in some time when Android came, Nokia was not using that. And much of that Microsoft software which was there was not that user-friendly. Khatak. Today, Nokia has lost its market share. Gone. So a strategy went wrong. Reason? Changes in environment. Any point? Changes in government policies. Changes in political connections. One last example. Sahil, this last example will be very interesting. Pay attention. There's a place, students, in West Bengal. West Bengal today is in the news. Why? Because of her auntie. Which auntie? Mamta auntie, right? In West Bengal, there's a place called as Singur. Ratan Tata wanted to start a particular car, Nano. Tata Nano. Now, Ratan Tata, student, Tata Motors had 300 acres of land with itself. That was sufficient for Nano to do business. But he wanted 1,000 acres in all. Why? Reason was simple. All the ancillary units will make the spare parts for the car. And then what we'll do? He'll assemble the car and sell it to the people. Why? Because he felt every Indian should have a car. And he had promised, I'll give this car for 1 lakh rupees. But one mistake he made, he said it's a poor man's car. Oh my God. My country, people have so much of ego. Even a poor man doesn't want to be called him poor. Agreed? Right now. And bacha, Mamta auntie was in a full element that point of time. What the lady said, I don't know what she said because I don't understand what she says. But one thing she was very clear, that Tata Nano plant cannot be started in Singur, in West Bengal. Acha, Ratan Tata said, the people who have the land, 700 acres besides that factory, I will give you 1.6 times the price of the land. Second, your family members will be given jobs in the ancillary units in the Tata plant as such, if they can do the work properly. The ladies over there were very happy. Why? First thing, land which is there, bacha, was not very fertile. So it's good to make use for industrial purpose. Acha, husbands will go to work. Plus, we are getting 60% more than the value of the land. But Mamta Banerjee wanted to show that she cares for the people. Actually, she said what? Farmers, for them, the only source of income is land. They should not give. But beta, in India, if Amitabh Bachchan can compel people to apply Navratan Tel and bhaiya log apply karte, so it's very easy to fool people. And my country, the best business is today to be in politics. And Bangalore, I need not explain you that. You know very well what. Chalo, and next time we'll discuss this. What happened? Now, bacha, to our dismay, Ratan Tata invested crores of rupees in the Tata Nano plant. Crores of rupees. That time, students, he had two propositions with himself. One to start Vistara and one to start Tata Nano. He purposely delayed Vistara and invested in Tata Nano. And then bacha, Ratan Tata and this delay, kya pagal, Mamta Banerjee, She would grumble, no, you should not start. Now, Ratan Tata, what is his position? What is Mamata Banerjee? She used to come to fight in those rubber slippers. Ratan Tata would, my mom used to tell me, if you throw किचड़ पे पत्थर मारोगे ना अपने ऊपर उड़ेगा. You're getting a point. Sahil, तेरे को समझ में आ गया ना? तो किचड़ कौन है तेरे को समझ में आ गया, right? You're understanding all of you. Now, why do I fight with all these political gundas here? What happened? For 2-3 years, there was a case going on. Mamata Banerjee was fighting. No, pagal. And the lady said that the husband should get a job. They should work. Farming is a what? Farming is a 6 months activity. 6 month activity. Why? They'll do farming only when there's availability of water. The rest 6 months, what only population is increasing. So, bola, yaar, they should be occupied for 12 months in a year. So, kaam karo. But Mamata nahi. What happened? Oh my God. Nano. For 2 years, 3 years, bacha, they said 1 lakh car. And this strategy of Ratan Tata was copied by Maruti. They introduced Alto. Oh, yeah. Hyundai introduced Hyundai Eon car. Chevrolet introduced Beat. And Ratan Tata was fighting a battle against Mamata Banerjee. But then one day, bacha, he said, every day headache, yaar. Ja buddi, ja. I'll not. And our Modi ji was the chief minister of Gujarat. Gujarat, oh my God, they're very business-minded people. He said, aao jao, aavi jao. Ratan Tata chali gaya. And he shifted this plant of Nano to Gujarat. And beta, you'll be shocked. Gujarat shifting only the plant and all the machinery costed 300 crore rupees. 300 crores. Mamata Banerjee would not have seen so much money. And this company suffered a loss only for shifting 300 crores. Then Gujarat mein land was available at a higher price. He had to buy that land. And what happened, beta? Because of delay of 3 to 4 years, that 1 lakh car came for 1,50,000. Still, Ratan Tata was very clear, I'll make this car and give it to everyone. Now, bacha, I've got a question for you. He made 2,50,000 car in the first year. 20,000 car production per month was the production target. And 2,50,000 cars in the second year. And you should know, second year when he made 2,50,000 car, he could sell only 1 car. 2,50,000 car which he made in the first year, he couldn't sell even 1,000 cars. Intentions were good, strategy gone wrong. So strategy fails. Your thinking is good. He said poor man's car. I said poor man in India doesn't like him to be addressed as poor. Ego is there. Second, people did not like the shape. People said, sir, the engine of the car is behind. Car's engine is in front. You get the feeling of sitting in an auto rickshaw. All that blah, 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 blah. Now tell me, what do we do with this 5 lakh cars which are made? Your dad has 2 cars to park in Bangalore. It's a big nightmare. Bombay mein to bacha, parking motorcycle is a nightmare. Where do I park 5 lakh cars? And where do I sell these 5 lakh cars? Tell me. And imagine we Indians, I said some time back now, most untrustworthy people. He made the car for the poor people of this country, but the poor people only started finding fault and they went for Alto, Eon or whatever, Beat car as such. This is a strategy, come on, which failed completely. I'll share with you an important point, which since I work in the share market, Tata Motors share I had, which was worth 480, 500 rupees. Nano, so much of loss, share price had become 60 rupees. Okay, for me, students, it was a loss, but I would have 5,000 shares. Take care. I can take care of that loss. But Ratan Tata Group had more than 50% of the shares. Imagine the loss for them. So, first question is 480, 500 rupees share became 60 rupees. Big loss. Strategy failed. The question is, what do I do with this 5 lakh cars? Some idea? Sahil, kya karne ka? What to do? Come on. Aditya, your video should be on, beta. Sold to Ford, someone said. Okay. So Ford is buying. Yeah, come on fast. Someone said sold to Ford. Ford is an American company. They'll buy this car and sell it in America. Come on. Selling at a very cheap price. Okay. 1,50,000 rupees, sell as scrap. Oh my God. Sell as scrap. Till today, bacha, we are not clear what to do with these particular cars. There was an offer to make these particular cars as a taxi in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, when I visited, I saw these cars as such. Sri Lanka, the tax rates are so high that this car cost almost 8 lakh rupees over there. 8 lakh rupees. Export to poor countries. Which country is more poorer than India? One would say Pakistan. Pakistan, bacha, will not make the payment only. Till today, bacha, it is not, and I'm sorry to say, we couldn't sell it as scrap also. It is just lying. Thank God, some better sense prevailed that Ratan Tata stopped the production of these cars as such. So, strategy fails. Take this example, beta. What example I said? First example I gave, what? Kodak. Second I gave example, chalo bolo fast. Nokia. Third example I gave, what? Nano. Yes or no? Agreed? I can give example of Rahul Gandhi also, but forget it. That becomes too personal. Anyway. So, acha. Aditya, kidhar gaya? Aditya M. Strategy never be flawless and optimal. Strategy can never be perfect, flawless and optimal. It means strategies may fail if there are loopholes in formulations or implementation. Similarly, it may also fail due to changes in environment. Example, Nokia Nano. Kodak. Very important point. Strategy can be proactive. Strategy can be reactive. Very easy, beta. See, strategy can be proactive. What does that mean? When I say proactive, I mean this. Okay, I'll give you a real example. Try to understand. You know, Bangalore still students, good place, you know, very good people. If you want to see how bad India can be, then you go to Delhi. Highly polluted and no discipline at all. I don't know how many of you know that as such, but very, very polluted. I was in Delhi for lectures. So my family used to tell me, don't travel too much as such, because it was mentioned somewhere. Traveling on the road is like having 10 cigarettes at a time. So much of pollution. Your lungs get affected. Anyway, Delhi, pollution. Achha, pollution is because of the cars, the buses, the auto rickshaws, right? They are the ones which are aggravating the problem. Now, I understand that. So what I'm doing, I'm trying to develop a electric vehicle, because I foresee this particular problem. If it gets aggravated beyond a limit, then maybe government will put a ban on diesel cars. You know, government of India is about to come with a scrappage policy now. More than 10 years, diesel car should be scrapped. New cars, if you buy, you get some particular discount on that. I was in China, but I'll tell you, China may cars, so basically 90% cars are electric vehicles. 70% of the buses, trucks which are there, they're all electric vehicles. If I can foresee this particular situation happening in India also, Then Anand Mahindra, what he does? He finds out that there is a person in Bangalore who had made an electric car. He asked that person, sir, why don't you join my company and introduce for me electric vehicles? So government has not come out with a policy till yet, but I'm ready with my particular product. If the policy comes, I can take a first mover advantage. I'm being told Verito, a particular brand, and there's a small car I've seen in Bangalore, students. I don't remember the name, but that car is available. It's an electric charging car. Someone has given the name. Reva, perfect, very good. That car's name is Reva, and now Mahindra is selling in the name E2O, something like that, E2O. So Anand Mahindra Bacha appointed that person, and imagine Maruti is the biggest company in car segment, but Mahindra and Mahindra has introduced students what? Vehicles, electric vehicles. So I am ready with that particular option even before government comes with the particular rule. I'm being proactive. Am I right? Now, what can you do to be proactive? I'll tell you, I work in the share market. Now we are friends as such. Please pay attention. Tata Nexon, perfect, yeah. So Mahindra came. Now Tata is also coming with electric vehicle. There was some news. Tata's tying up with Tesla, and they're trying to introduce electric vehicles in India. So they can have the first mover advantage. But listen what I'm going to say. We work in the share market as such. There's one company by the name Tata Power. When I say electric vehicles, you need to charge those vehicles, right? Tata Power students is setting up charging stations. Tata Power shares some time back, I remember I purchased this for 60 rupees. Now Tata Power will be given the tender for setting up what charging stations all over the country. This 60 should become 300 rupees in no span of time. So I be proactive. Petrol pumps, petrol business will get affected badly. So if you have a big place of land, students, you can opt for having a charging station. Now, charging of the vehicle would not take 8 to 10 hours. 80% of the battery can be charged in 18 minutes. That technology is coming to India. And another thing, cars will be sold now with 2 batteries. So invest in Tata Power, invest in Exide, invest in companies which will be having a good business come on in the electric vehicle segment. So make strategies. I said sometime back, your thinking should start where the competitor stops thinking. Tata Power 60, which today the share price is almost 105 rupees, it's 110 rupees. And mind you, today the charging stations have not started as yet. As in a scale, it should have started. When it starts on a big scale, it will increase. So before government comes with some particular ordinance, you're ready with the strategy, you're being proactive. It can be reactive. Reactive is what I said. Jio came and come on, Vodafone, Airtel reduced the charges. So they are reacting to the change that has happened as such. Online lectures, JKSC students had started the time when they realized pandemic is about to happen. They were getting feelers. So we have been proactive. And today, bacha, looking at us, there are so many others who have started online classes. They are reactive. See, strategy is partly proactive, partly reactive. Proactive refers to actions on the part of managers to improve the company's market position, competitive advantage, and financial for deciding and planning in advance. Electric vehicle. If company strategy is developed as a response of unanticipated development, it is reactive strategy. Simple. Strategy should be pragmatic and flexible. Obviously, it should be practical. Kodak. You don't rest on the glory that we are the best, but you be practical. practical. You find out what changes are happening and see, pragmatic, practical, and flexible as per the situation. No magics and tricks. That's important. Someone who succeeds. Imagine if there's some child as such sitting for the lecture. He does very well in the CA Foundation course. Obviously, you all agree with me, student. You have not done any magic. There are no tricks that you have made. You have studied hard, isn't it? So those people who succeed are not the ones who do some magic or they have tricks up their sleeves. No, hard work. And be very clear when I say hard work, I mean strategy formulation as well as strategy implementation. Have good ideas and work on those ideas properly, right? No magics and tricks, not a bundle of tricks and magics. It involves critical thinking and commitment of resources to action. Commitment of resources to action. If you have some particular actions to be taken, you should allocate resources for the same. Now, where strategies are needed in Tata's, Birla's, J.K. Shah classes, a shopkeeper. What do I mean to say, Bacha? Every kind of business organization makes use of strategy. Politicians, lots of strategy. I wonder, today when I was leaving my place, my son tells me, Papa, there's so much fear, panic about the corona. And he was watching television news. Mamata Banerjee was giving a speech, and the way people are crowded over there listening to her. He was saying, Papa, there is no corona. So BJP, Trinamool, everyone makes use of strategy. But today there are marriages of convenience. What is convenient to you, you do that. Otherwise, why all these things? Tell me, why strategy? Obviously, strategy is designed to move. Move from your present position to where you want to be. From your present position to the destination you want. Another thing, forward looking. Your past records, your past performance may be a kind of that can be a basis on which you move forward. But strategy is always for future. I said CA inter, CA final, then practice, getting a better job. And after that, you'll have other strategies in life. Till the time, student, you are alive, you have strategies. I have to take your lecture. After that, I have to take some economics lecture as such. Then again, in the evening, some other lecture. So what I mean by that, students, strategies are forward-looking. They're designed to move. Now, my dear students, in this topic till now, I've done with you this part, strategy and meaning and definition and characteristics of strategy. Very, very important, beta. Please, if there is any doubt, after the lecture, there's 10 minutes given. You can ask those doubts as such, okay? I'll come to the next part. These are some questions. You can go through it. You'll be comfortable with that. If I start solving all this, maybe the explanation I'll have to cut down. Now the question comes, what is strategic management? Very important. In strategic management, bacha, what are the features? In fact, features more important than that is, what are the need, importance, benefits of strategic management? And whenever you write this, you're supposed to give objectives of strategic management. So today I'm supposed to do with you all till here. And it's very easy. I know this. Kindly pay attention. First of all, strategic management. Kindly pay attention, students. See, strategies, I said, is the thinking that goes, right? And on the basis of the thinking, you start planning. So planning is something that follows strategy. First thing. If a businessman manages a particular business organization, making use of strategy, I will say it is strategic management. Now, Very simple explanation for that could be it is management with strategies. Some management just come to manage things. No, you're supposed to come with some thinking process. Ravi Shastri came in the team. Ravi Shastri's mom used to be a lecturer with me in National College, Bandra. No? So she used to always say he thinks a lot. But people used to say he's a drunkard and what nonsense. We are Indians. We love to criticize others. But imagine, beta, we went in Australia and we defeated them. Achha, what was his role? Silent role. He did something. Na? He motivated people. Now, having strategies and managing strategic. I'll start with the definition. I'll come with some example students. Pay attention. Strategy setting. Okay. Now it is 105. What is that 105? Tata Nexon. Achha, theek hai beta, listen. Okay, Tata Power. I said 105. Na? Thank you. God bless. Strategic management, please pay attention. Definition goes something like this. We say strategic management is a process in which we have defined a strategic vision. So we define strategic vision. We set objectives, craft strategies, implement and evaluate strategies. So I repeat, strategic management is a managerial process where we define a strategic vision, set up objectives, craft strategies, implement and evaluate strategies, right? Implement and evaluate strategies and take necessary steps to achieve the objectives. Some questions comes in this, kindly pay attention. The first two things we need to know properly. I said strategic management is a process. What it means? Strategic management is not an activity. It's a process. Meaning what? There are a number of activities we are supposed to perform. And all these activities performed would make a process of developing a strategic vision, setting objectives. Now you tell me, please, all of you, what do you mean by vision? What do you mean by objectives? Second, is it that they both have the same meaning or there is some difference? If there is some difference, what is the difference between vision and objectives? Start. Some idea? Chalo fast, students. Okay, one answer has come. Vision is where we want to reach. Okay, very good. And what are objectives? Vision is like your goals. Objective is what we want to do. Okay, good. Anyone else, students? Objective is how to achieve. Objectives are short-term in nature. Okay, fine. Now, let me, thank you very much. Vision. Beta, please listen. Thank you very much. No more comments. Please pay attention. I said it's a process of developing a strategic vision. Now, your vision would mean your dream. Sahil attending the lecture, sitting so sincerely, I imply that he's listening, understanding. I asked him his vision, his dream. He says, sir, now my dream is to become a chartered accountant, one of the best professional qualifications of a country. The vision is your dream that you want to achieve. objectives. Whenever beta we quantify our vision, that means it becomes our objectives. Quantifying means what? One child says, sir, I want to stand all India first in CA Inter. Objective. A child says, sir, I want to clear Inter CA in the first attempt. Objective. One child says, my rank should be first to 10th. Objective. You're quantifying. One child says, I'm so much impressed with this person who teaches accounts or some subject. I want to score 100 out of 100 marks. Objectives. So it's a management process of setting up a strategic vision, having objectives, crafting strategies, preparing strategies, formulating strategies. Then you just don't formulate, you implement those strategies, you work on those strategies. So here you have an idea, here you work on those ideas. Then beta, evaluate those strategies. Evaluation would mean what? Many a times we think something, we start working on it, but we are not able to achieve our results that we want. Maybe somewhere we are going wrong. Maybe we went wrong in making strategies. Maybe we are wrong in implementing strategies. Find out that. And it should be like this, students. Initiate corrective adjustments wherever deemed appropriate. Obviously, idea is what? Achieve objectives. What is the meaning of this? Initiate corrective adjustments. Simple. But once, see, the biggest problem is what? People who are in big position, very difficult for them to accept their mistakes. If they don't accept the mistakes, then the company has to pay a big price. So many times we go wrong. Accept it and initiate corrective adjustments wherever deemed appropriate. Tata Nano case I was telling you, beta. Tata Nano flop show. 5 lakh cars, yaar. Huge amount of investment. For 480 rupees shares I had purchased, student, price became 60. Now the price has gone up to 300 rupees. That's another thing. But for so much time, your money gets blocked. Right? Ratan Tata, to understand that he has gone wrong, it took him 2 years. And after that, you initiate corrective adjustments. So, whenever we are human beings, to err is human. We do something wrong, accept that. And initiate corrective adjustments wherever deemed appropriate. Kodak should have realized, boss, nahi. Digital. Nokia, Android, no. And the result is gone. Unless and until, bacha, see, you don't just evaluate, initiate corrective adjustments. Many times we think we are going on the right path. We are going, but we are not getting the results. Because in most of the students, I find there is overconfidence. Last time I'll tell students, in this paper 7, IT, most of the time students don't understand, and if they understand, they can't write. And this lecture, strategic management, they don't study only. So they may get 90 marks students in some particular practical subject, and in this subject, if they fail to get good marks, then Inter remains there only now. So initiate corrective adjustments wherever deemed appropriate. Come on, repeat all of you. Strategic management, what did I say? It's a managerial process of developing a strategic vision, setting objectives, crafting strategies, implementing and evaluating strategies, and initiate corrective adjustments wherever deemed appropriate. Katak, repeat last time. Strategic management is a managerial process. Come on. Of having a strategic vision, setting objectives, crafting strategies, implement and evaluate strategies, initiate corrective adjustments wherever deemed appropriate. Clear? Devanjana, understood this beta? Sure. Now, so this is a definition that's written over here, students. So developing a vision, setting up, I explained all that. Now this feature only, I've explained it over here. The definition only I've given it in the features. You can go through it. I'll stress more on these points. This is more important. See, beta, what it says, objectives of strategic management is to create competitive advantage. Okay, to create competitive advantage. And second, to guide the company through all changes in environment. First, we study this. Then, beta, those 2 points become clear. First point, need, importance, benefits of strategy. Very, very, very important and very interesting also. Strategic management, student, what is the need, importance, benefits? It gives direction to the company. It is supposed to be proactive instead of reactive. It gives a framework for all major decisions. It's futuristic. Its corporate defense mechanism, enhances longevity, develop core competence and competitive advantage. Okay. First point, we'll understand this, futuristic. Please listen, students. And it's easy. I can relate it with that point, student. Futuristic, when I say strategic management is actually speaking a pathfinder of various business opportunities. So business opportunities in future. I say it's a pathfinder to various business opportunities, strategic management. A management which always thinks of opportunities which will enable it to make profit. I'll give you an example. Kindly pay attention. And listen, an interesting example, beta. You can include it in the answer also if a question is asked, futuristic may pathfinder in that point. You know, in India, students, especially in the northern side, I don't know about Bangalore, you know, after eating also something, they feel hungry. So hunger is a big business, right? I remember in Bangalore, bacha, we would have that idli, tatta idli, and all those things we used to get, very tasty. But in other parts, northern side as such, Gujarat, if you go, in our homes also, after having, let us say, lunch and dinner will be at 9, 10 o'clock, so you feel hungry in between. And then the lady of the house is tired, saying, I'll not do. Then I'll make 2 minutes what? Maggi noodles. So noodles was a big business, very big business, beta. I'm talking of a company by the name Nestle. Listen, Nestle's share price used to be 17,000 rupees. Very expensive. Maggi noodle was a very big business. You go to Gujarat side, though, throughout the day they have Maggi noodle stalls. So many places. Achha, someone has written something. Nestle amazing stocks, sir. Achha, thank you, beta, for the information. Let me explain. Okay. Abhi, listen, beta, it's very interesting. Abhi, now by this time you must have realized I don't mince my words as such. I'll tell you the fact. You know what was the case? In Uttar Pradesh, there were elections. Elections were there. And Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister was Akhilesh Yadav. Now, I know this for sure, and this was the only reason. It seems Uttar Pradesh mein Akhilesh Yadav was the chief minister, and Nestle had one of the biggest plant for making Maggi noodles in Uttar Pradesh. Reason was simple. First reason was land was cheap over there, labor is cheaper, and government gives a lot of tax incentives. So it's better that we start production in those areas. So why government gives tax incentives? Because you can provide job opportunities. Huh? People in UP should be busy with work rather than increasing population. You know, na? USA is 27 crore, UP is 24 crore. Imagine one state of a country is about to get as populated as the third most populated country in the world. So Uttar Pradesh mein Nestle had a plant where they used to make Maggi noodles. Now, informal sources, students, we came to know that elections were there and Akhilesh Yadav had promised what? If you give me vote to the people, I'll give your children's a laptop, a tab, free education for girls. Great. Now, one would think free education for girls is a necessity. He made it a comfort, a luxury. And I'll give laptop, tab as such free to the children who are taking admission in schools and colleges. Now, where will this Yaduvanshi get the money from? Not father's money. Now. Mulayam will not give him the money. So obviously he asked for money from these companies doing business in UP. And informal sources have told us that he asked for 1,000 crore of rupees from Nestle. If someone says, sir, it doesn't happen like that, don't talk like that. I'm a shareholder of this company, ITC. ITC company in their annual report has written donations to Indian National Congress 15 crore rupees. Imagine. ITC is a company in Calcutta and they have given a donation that also is written in the annual accounts. So if they can be so clear about the money that they have given, this is very normal. Now Nestle was asked, Nestle is a multinational company, boss. 1,000 crore rupees you give because I want to win elections. I want to give laptop, tab. What Nestle has got to do with this? Nonsense. But this is bad, wrong, no? Nestle said, Nestle people from abroad, no sir, what 1,000 crore? You will not get even 1 rupee. And imagine a common man in India has so much of ego. He is to Akhilesh Yadav. Inflated ego. What he did? He came out with a particular statement that there is a laboratory in UP which tested Maggi noodles and it came with the result that Maggi noodle contains lead. Lead is a mineral which is not safe for human consumption. Oh, so he said, I will not allow Maggi noodles to continue the business in UP. What is this, bacha? This is like two kids are fighting. Pagal. Bacha, this means a loss to whom? Loss to Nestle. For Nestle, it's not a big deal, boss. Nestle is a very big company. You know, top 10 companies in the world. People in UP will lose the job. UP government will not get tax. The result is what, student? The laboratory gave that particular certificate. And Maggi noodles, there were restrictions imposed. Then, bacha, one of the big bazaar, Kishore Biani, said in a statement, all Maggi noodles, I'm removing it from my store and it will not be available in my store as such. So that gave more fuel to the fire. Maggi noodles got banned. Maggi noodles got banned, student. Nestle share price was falling every day. It had come down to 3,000 rupees. And what happened? We are Indians now. We are very happy in criticizing. I don't know why we are very happy in finding faults in others. We don't improve ourselves, but we want to know what are the faults. Nonsense. Result is what you know. Nestle share prices came down. Akhilesh Yadav lost elections. Laptop, tab, nothing. Nestle share prices became 3,000. All this was happening. That time, there is one company in India by the name ITC, Indian Tobacco Company. Indian Tobacco Company is the maker of Wills cigarette, the biggest cigarette manufacturer in our country. And that particular company, student, is into many businesses. Sunfeast biscuits also they make. Ashirwad atta also they make. Vival soaps also they make. ITC clothing also they have Wills lifestyle clothing. They realize this is the best opportunity. And beta, I've written a pathfinder. Deveshwar was a chairman of ITC. Best person. Did it. He introduced Yippee noodles. Yippee noodles was to fill the vacuum that was created because Maggie got banned. And result is what? People started buying Yippee. Some people said, no, Yippee is not good. And if we are Indians, I know there will be criticism. But you criticize, na? Dogs will bark, I said. You know what happened? Today, Yippee as a business is worth 7,000 crore rupees to ITC. Khatak, let the dogs bark. ITC has made money from that. When all this was happening, you feel other businessmen will be quiet. Bacha, our Baba, how can I forget him? Ramdev Baba. Ramdev Baba, Bhumika, kya kiya usne? He introduced atta noodles. Oh, Baba is one step ahead. You know, he would say this particular noodles were made up of maida. I'm giving you atta noodle. It is very good for digestion. Then people said, no, it is not good. Are tu pagal chup? Not good. Baba, Ramdev, atta noodle business is worth today 2,500 crores. Sala, 2,500 crore is what? Bangladesh ka national income nahi hai. Our Baba makes so much money from only atta noodles. Ooh, pathfinder. Keep your eyes, ears open. You will get opportunity and grab the opportunity. Wait, one opportunity we could have taken. 17,000 share became 3,000, right? Now some people they were knowing. Akhilesh Yadav will not win. The other elephant, sorry, other Mayawati was there. She will not win. Oh, that other person came, Yogi Adityanath. And Bachar, Yogi Adityanath said what? I want to start factories in UP. So he welcomed back what? Maggie Noodle. Maggie Noodle, Nestle came with a particular certificate from the international organizations. What? Sir, no lead. How can people in other countries have this? And your country you're saying like that. Maggie Noodle is back in the business, and imagine if your parents would have, instead of buying gold, bought Nestle ka share, 3,000 rupees. Today the price is almost 14,000 rupees. Bangalore, listening. One girl told me in Bangalore, no sir, gold is a good investment. I said it's a dead investment. And if you don't agree with me, I don't care, right? Please. I said, I don't care. I mean it. I don't care. In my book, I've written, whatever gold a lady would wear, she will look the same horrible that she was looking before. So don't tell me you look attractive because of gold. And second thing, let's be very clear. Some 2-3 months back, gold was 60,000 rupees per 10 grams. I think today is 45,000 rupees. Eh, right? Pagal hai. Gold you will buy. In Bombay, if you wear a gold chain, gold rings, and you walk on the road as such, bloody someone will snatch your rings also and your gold chain. You will not give, they'll cut your neck only as such. So much of unemployment in this particular place. And you are not a Bappi Lahiri, na? Hey, barabar hai na? You have to travel over here on the road as such. And bachai, hey, imagine, I know of a friend of mine, he purchased Only Nestle ka share every month, every day, as such, whenever you get some money. 3,000, 14,000. How much return, beta? You deposit money in a bank, bank gives you 4% interest. Chala, this 3,000 became 14,000. How much more? It became 100% more will be 3,000 ka 6,000. It is 3,500% more. Kya chahiye? If you have your brains, use it. But in the past, gold may be a good investment. Today, it is a dead investment. We bought shares of Nestle 3. Are majja. Pandemic, no problem, no tension at all. You can see, I'm 58 years of age, beta. But Khatak, no tension. Why? Nestle is giving money to us. Na? We bought share of one particular company, bacha suno, for you all, TCS. Sala, ₹1 ka share hai. And buyback they were giving at 3,000 rupees. ₹1 share 3,000. Last year it gave me a dividend of 7,500%. Oh, 7,500% dividend. Who will give you that much dividend? ₹1 share, if it is 10 rupee, it means 10 times more. ₹1 share is 3,000. तो समझ में आ रहा है? People are buying gold. मैं कैसी दिखती हूँ? वैसे पागल दिख रही है. There was a person, students in Chennai. I went, I took lecture. One girl took offense. Sir, nahi, gold is a good investment. अरे पागल एडी चुप इडली सुन. Your father should have bought shares of MRF. MRF समझ में आ रहा है? MRF. MRF is what? Madras Rubber Factory. And now listen, 10 rupee shares, Sahil. You know what is the market value? Market value, bacha, sometime back was 98,000 rupees. Bhumika, kitna? 98,000. Today it is 84,000 rupees. 98,000 share, imagine. If my papa would have purchased 1,000 share also, then in the pandemic I would be still sitting at home. But then I don't want to be comfortable, bacha. I enjoy doing this. Hey, samajh mein aa raha hai? Gold is a good investment, pagal. ITC ka example I gave student Pathfinder, na, they saw Yippee. ITC best share. ITC share ₹1. Hey, suno, ₹1 share. Last year it gave me a dividend of 1,550%. Sala, kitna dividend? Share price is 220 rupees. Majjache. You are making money, beta. Gold is dead. You wear gold and then you feel, I'm not looking good. I want to change the design. Yeah, design. Daddy ka dekho design sir ke upar takla ho gaya. Right? Buying gold as such. It makes no sense, bacha. Please. Strategic management is a pathfinder. Futuristic. Anand Mahindra, what he did? Simple. He asked that person who made Reva Karna, कि Anna, will you join my company? I'll give you 100 crores. Anna was said, sir, I'll bring tomorrow idli and shira for you. Bola leke aa and join my company. Today, bacha, they are coming with what? That SUV 300, 500 electric car. Tata, Nexon, electric car. Best, na? Tell your dad what in the big housing society, every housing society they'll have 3 to 6 charging stations. You can take that business and mint money. End of the day, bacha, it is better to die rich, na? It is very easy to say you should be comfortable. Nonsense. You should not be comfortable. You should be uncomfortable. There should always be a greed to make more. The day you become comfortable, then Ganpati ka Visarjan ke saath jaisa, your Visarjan will also happen. Don't get me wrong, please. Please. Okay, let's understand. So futuristic. Strategic management seeks to prepare the organization to face the future, acts as a pathfinder to various business. Organizational, you understand the point now? Please. Any doubts? No doubts. Corporate defense mechanism. Very interesting point. It took Ratan Tata 2 years to understand the problem that he had created for Tata Motors. But beta, it is said, na, good you realize your mistake. And then if you do strategic management, it will help you to avoid costly mistakes. What it did, simple. In that factory bacha of Tata Motors in Gujarat, Now they are making Tata Tiago, and there's another car, Tata, two cars they are making, Tata Tiago and Tata T. So in that same plant, uh, Tata Tigor, yeah, Tiago and Tata Tigor. So in that same plant, same machinery, now they're using what to make other cars as such. Why? Nano is not being bought by the people. So it's a corporate defense mechanism to avoid costly mistakes. See, to avoid costly mistakes in product market choices or investments. Now, beta, framework for all major decisions. Please listen. Proactive. First, we'll see this point. Proactive instead of reactive. Very, very important. Every year in the exam, this question is asked in direct or indirect way. Purposely, I'm taking these two topics together, Bacha. I said in the beginning today, strategies can be proactive, strategies can be reactive. Okay. Some particular changes have come all of a sudden and you're not prepared for it, then you have to be reactive, right? Pandemic. In the pandemic, bacha, you have to take some strategies, some steps as such because of this problem. So it's reactive. But imagine if you are Mr. A.M. Naik, L&T, if you are Mr. Chandrasekharan, TCS, but a company pays you crores of rupees. Why? So that you have a foresight of what will happen in future and you be ready with your strategies well in advance. So strategic management has to be proactive. You have to shape your own destiny rather than being a spectator. Mind you, what I've said, students, strategies can be proactive, reactive, but strategic management has to be proactive. Your thinking has to be such that you are able to forecast things in advance. But I'm sorry to say, Maruti, the biggest company, till now is not there in the market with electric cars. Imagine Tata Motors have done very good. And that's the reason, students, 60 rupees share has become 300 rupees. So management is what? Proactive. Strategy can be proactive or reactive. See, strategic management helps an organization to be proactive instead of reactive in shaping its future. Organization can analyze and take action instead of being mere spectators. They are able to control their destiny in a better manner. It helps them to work with the vagaries or notions of environment and shaping it instead of getting carried away by turbulence or uncertainty. So we will shape our own destiny, right? I am able to forecast things. I'll give one more example. Chalo, listen, I have 5-10 minutes. So please listen, students. And maybe this example will be interesting. See, there's one company in a country by the name Videocon. Heard of it? Videocon belongs to a student Marwadi by the name V.N. Dhoot. Bhoot nahi bola, Dhoot bola, right? V.N. Dhoot. Videocon used to be in electronic equipment, television, refrigerators, washing machines, अभी क्या लिखा किसने? Okay, loss making company. Thank you so much. Listen now. So V.N. Dhoot, Videocon, very good money they used to make, profitable company. What happened, beta? Videocon entered into a business. In that business, students, it had not much experience. It started electricity generation and transmission business. Electricity generation is a big business. Gestation period is very long, and transmission, even distribution of electricity. And this business, they did not start it in India, but they started in Brazil. Marwadi Ahmednagar mein he stays. What does it need to go to Brazil for this work? This is acting smart. and we Indians feel no end to ourselves. And now listen, the worst thing that happened. One girl from a country who had cleared her actuarial papers, all papers, was appointed as the chairman of ICICI Bank. Chanda, Chanda Kochar. And she was offered a salary of 1 lakh rupees per day. Good. Plus, her bonus was around 240%. So she was getting good amount of money. She was in India, excellent, big name, big post. Everything was going on good. Now one day parents said, hey, bus, how can she remain alone? She should now get married. So parents did good matchmaking and got her married to Deepak Kochar. अभी देखो कितना नाम, कितना such beautiful name ना, दीपक and चंदा, चंदा का दीपक, दीपक की चंदा, है ना, such beautiful names. अभी imagine student, either V.N. Dhut had other ideas. He took Deepak Kochar as a director in his company. I mean, someone is very good to you, na, I feel very afraid. Something is wrong. Why all of a sudden that Bhoot wants you to be a director? They were excited. He joined the company, the Brazil work, electricity generation. But a Brazil, South American country. And in that country, I'm sorry to say, people only want to drink alcohol and play football. They are like our Chris Gale, Sand, you know? Their casual approach in life. These people, students were given electricity. They did not pay the electric bills also. And Brazil may no law and order. Imagine pandemic may the Brazilian president had come to address. He had come without wearing a mask. He said, what difference it makes? Imagine. The president is like that. So people will be how? Deepak Kochar, director. Chanda Kochar used her influence and gave loan to Dhut. And Deepak Kochar was a director. The result is what? Swaha. Today, Videocon students is a big loss-making company where the losses are worth almost 8,000 crores. Chanda Kochar had to step down from her position. So she lost all the respect and the glory that she had. Deepak Kochar was arrested. V.N. Dhut is fine. But beta, in the process, what happened? People who had deposited money in ICICI Bank, State Bank of India, their money was given to Dhut. Why? Because Chanda Kochar was the influencer. And this particular person is not ready to repay the money. In fact, they have to shut down that plant over there. Why? Brazilians don't pay electric bills on time. And this company became a loss-making company. What I'm trying to say, such kind of mistakes, if you don't agree that you have done wrong, Marwadi, lot of ego. No. Dal bati churma khane ka and feel they're always right. Nonsense. We will go wrong here at times. I said we are human beings. Sir. But he was not ready to accept his mistake. Now don't be shocked to hear one day there was one Nirav Modi, there was one Mehul Choksi, there was one from your Bangalore, Devda, kya naam hai uska? Vijay Mallya. Where are they? I don't know. Tomorrow you should not be surprised. V.N. Dhut also is absconding. Who will pay 8,000 crore rupees? Marwadi will not give 8 rupees from his pocket. While taking, he took the money. Now what? Deepak is in jail. Chanda is, she's removed from the post. Now she comes with a big bag. Now what? This batch of being a fraudster gone here. So I said many a times the bosses do something wrong and they don't accept. Vijay Mallya Bacha, I have written a particular example. He was in liquor business, and my country liquor business is the best business. Liquor demand is inelastic, yaar. बेवड़े लोग को बोलो मत पियो फिर भी पीते हैं. They still drink. Liquor prices are so high. How a person with inelastic demand can go bankrupt, run away from the country? Kingfisher Airline was the reason. Why you have to start that? You don't have idea of airline industry. Why the hell you have to start that? Just show off. Hey, that ego, we endure. They're not ready to accept their mistakes. And if you're not ready to accept your mistakes, students, downfall is imminent. Please understand. So you have to be proactive. It gives direction to the company. Direction to the company for what? Where you are and where you want to go. You should be able to define, come on, your vision, your mission, your goals, and your objectives. Framework for all major decisions. Framework, student, if you have a photo frame, then in that same manner, strategic management functions within that frame, meaning whether we'll make things ourselves or we will get it made. Abhi, what is the meaning of this? Bacha, imagine I said Tata Motors, Nano, they make the car themselves. But there is a company, Toyota, they get the car made from others. So what strategy you having? Make or get it made from someone else. Outsource. Acha, then make it in the country or get it made somewhere else. Example, I, Surin, used to do this some work for Big Bazaar, Kishore Biyani. Kishore Biyani had started something called as FBB, Fashion at Big Bazaar. And I was told, Girish, we'll be selling jeans for 500 rupees. I said, jeans, 500 rupees, how is it possible? He said, that simple here. I'll get the cloth from China and get the stitching done in Bangladesh. So when I had gone to Bangladesh, students, I said, I'll get one pant stitched. How much stitching I paid, student? 50 rupees. 50 rupees to get one particular trouser stitched. Pukat na? This is like giving money to the beggar. And 50 rupees with such good stitching. I said, how is that? Bangladesh, I asked a person, what job you do? You know what answer he gave me? He said, getting a job is a big job because there are no jobs. So what we Indians do, we get the product made over there. So framework. Should we make it in India? India, if you get it made, a tailor will come and take from you 300 rupees. Or rather make it in Bangladesh. Why Nike wants to get the shoes made in China? Simple. Labor is cheap. Some particular product, student, Bombay, there's a place called as Dharavi. You go once, you'll never feel like going over there as such. There you have a plant which makes Nike shoes. Why? Cheap land, cheap labor. Hey. So that framework, raw material, where it will come from? What technology will use? Will we use machines? Will we? All that, student, decision, strategic management. And last point, see. Sorry, second last point, enhances longevity. Tatas, 149 years, 150 years, they are still surviving, going strong. I need to tell you, someone would say, sir, Mukesh Ambani is the richest person in India. Fine. Tatas have more wealth than Mukesh Ambani. Ratan Tata is not the richest person because everything is in the name of his trust. And for your information, Beda, every company that makes profit, 65% of the profit, they use it for charity. Right? And that company is today there. It was there yesterday. It will remain for years to come. Imagine today, Air India also wants to sell Tatas, Tata Motor, Tata Steel, Tata Sponge, Tata Tea, Tata Tetley, Tata Coffee, Tata Global Beverages, TCS. How many companies? You have Vistara, Tatas. You have that Air Asia, Tatas. Hey. So, bacha, today Mukesh Ambani, 49, 50 years of business, fine. But bacha, Tatas, so many, and Mukesh Ambani also living, surviving, doing business. Why? Because they make use of strategic management. And then student, it develops what? Core competence and competitive advantage. What is core competence? It develops some unique strength in your product, which gives you competitive advantage. Competitive advantage means I'm giving you Skechers shoes. once your parents wear that, they feel very comfortable. That comfort they may not get in a Nike. So comfort is what you want in shoes. Skechers, you'll go. You want good vision, you'll go for a Ray-Ban glasses. Core competence and competitive advantage. So strategic management helps the organ to develop certain core competencies and competitive that would facilitate assistance fight for survival and growth. I hope you're understanding. Sure, lecture was till what time? One. I think there's some 10 minutes ka question answer session. I'll give you 5 minutes ka break, then I'll start. Okay? 5 minutes break, beta. Yes, please. Come on, Chandana, any doubts? Anyone having any doubts can please ask me. Others, yes. First, put on the video. Unmute yourself. Others, beta, why the video is off? Very good. Bolo, tell beta. Yes. Audio. Put on the audio. Yeah, those who don't have doubts can leave. Anyone who has some doubts, want some clarification, others, please tell me. Beta, put on the audio. I can't listen to you. Put on the audio. Thank you. Anyone else? Shivashankar, Sejal, beta, tell me, put on the audio. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, please.
yes, sir. I wanted to ask, a company's strategy has always to be proactive in nature. That is false, right, sir?
Come again.
A company's strategy has always to be proactive in nature.
That is false, huh?
False, right?
Can be proactive, strategy can be reactive. But a pandemic, suppose, take an example. In this pandemic, one particular company was making medicines of cough and cold, right? So the
Yes,
research
sir.
and development department is busy with cough and cold problems as such. Now they will do what? They'll try to develop some medicines for what? Corona, no? Right?
Yes,
So it's strategy can be proactive, reactive. Management has to be proactive.
proactive. Okay, strategies can be proactive or reactive.
हमने पढ़ा ना बेटा वो. You were not listening ना. सुना कि नहीं आपने? You understood ना?
Beats mein I had network issues, so that's it.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, बेटा. Okay.
Yeah, sir. Am I audible, sir, now?
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Like basically how to study this chapter, sir, like more of direct question oriented or like a case loss type oriented, sir?
No. You will be having at least, I suppose, 5 marks question, objective questions.
Okay, sir.
And 40 marks will be subjective questions, and there will be one case study. Till yet it was like this. They may change next moment also. But I said these concepts, strategy, strategic management, I gave some examples. You can use those examples to write the answers.
Okay, like we can use those examples, reality examples in the.
And it makes the subject interesting, na?
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
If he doesn't know, he'll understand it.
Yeah, like sir, like somebody said me that like strategic management, they ask more about like case, like they give a case and they.
Right, beta, but first we should know the concept, then case study will be done, na?
Yeah, like, but my question was like direct questions are more or like
Will also be there.
Okay. Like what like today's important topics was like features and strategic management full topic, no sir?
Yeah, strategies and strategic management.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay. Ritik, bolo beta.
Hi sir, good morning. Sir, my question is like deviating from the topic generally. जैसे आपने बोला था कि like the charging station business is a very good business now. So any idea on how much investment is required, and as of now, like now इतना EV नहीं है इंडिया में, तो अभी के लिए खोल सकते हैं क्या? My doubt.
अभी नहीं है. It's futuristic. So now Tata Power will be coming out with some particular kind of tender. अकेले नहीं कर पाएंगे वो लोग. They'll be coming out with tenders, and
हाँ,
then
sir.
fill up those tenders, and you can get that work now. That investment depends upon how many charging stations you want. इसमें
Okay,
charging
sir.
station, but you will not have to bring your car in the charging station. You'll have to get only a battery charged.
हाँ हाँ.
है ना, तो आपको जगह ज्यादा नहीं लगेगी. You will be
अच्छा.
less place. Some housing societies to Bombay mein, they have started looking out where they'll have six charging stations so that every vehicle will become an electric vehicle in future. So it's a good business. Na? Start buying shares of Tata Power, Exide.
Got, sir.
ये सब लेने का बहुत अच्छे shares है ये सब.
ले लिया sir.
Yeah, good. Okay.
हाँ sir. ठीक है. Thank you sir.
Okay, beta. Okay. Anyone else? Others? Yes. Unmute yourself, beta.
Yeah, sir. Like presently, what are the good shares to buy now, sir? Like when some time back, like I had a meeting with like official public meeting with some investor, and he said like he specified more about buying a Nifty, like what all SAP plans, sir, like buying.
Mutual funds.
Yeah, mutual funds. Yeah, sorry, mutual funds.
The thing is, you invest in mutual funds, they invest in shares, and for that they charge you. So if you have brains, you only invest in shares.
Okay, like they people invest in top 10 companies so that like we get more returns.
It's very easy to know. Why top 10 company? You should invest in those shares which are cheaper today and where prices will go high. Today you would say I'll buy MRF share, it is 88,000, 90,000 rupees. It makes no sense. It gives a dividend of 3%, 3 rupees. Understand my point?
Yeah. No,
Which are cheaper now and sell it at a higher price.
like it is very difficult to find those companies or like in the bulk of
Then read Economic Times, follow.
Okay. Like how starter should go about that, like to starting an investment.
100 on CA Inter first,
Yeah, sir.
and then after that, I'll come to Bangalore and I'll help you out.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyone else, beta? All done. I hope you are satisfied with the lecture.
Yeah, sir.
All of you. Urvashi, you understood, beta? Sanjana, Harshita. Sure? Happy? Sanjana, मुंह क्यों छुपा रही है अपना? हाँ. अच्छा, you understood ना बेटा? Chalo, we'll meet on, I think lecture is on Monday now, na? Monday we'll meet, okay? And don't worry, only 40 hours you give me properly, I promise you, you'll get good marks in this paper, okay? Bye. God bless you. Bye, everyone.